Now, Elizabeth is interested in healthy living and enjoys taking part in multi-sport events and having a friendly game of netball. She is thankful for a supportive family who like to keep her on her toes. Elizabeth's interests in what it takes to make lifestyle change for the long term. She's here tonight to share what she has discovered in that journey. The speech entitled, "The Key Ingredient You Need for Long-Lasting Lifestyle Changes." Please welcome Elizabeth.
I believe if you want a long-lasting lifestyle change, you need to add this one key ingredient. Do you know this song? Food glorious. Food. But is your food really glorious? Until recently, mine wasn't. A few months ago, the best thing ever happened to me. I injured my leg. At the time, I didn't think so because it had disrupted my unsuccessful attempts at losing weight. Before my leg injury, I had tried pretty much everything to lose weight. And I can't remember a time in my adult life when I wasn't on a diet. You see, I believed the story that I wasn't enough. The story that was created from me believing the negative comments that people made during my teenage years about my weight. And I never challenged those negative thoughts. And so they went on a loop system. And so there began my yo-yo dieting. Fast forward a few years, I decided to take part in a friendly game of netball. I'm on the court. I am young and invincible. I make a spectacular lunge for the ball. And then it happens. That twinge and then snap. My Achilles heel snaps and I sustain a grade 2 tear. I'm forced to cancel my personal training sessions, forced to abandon my weight loss journey. I feel cornered. What am I going to do now? How am I going to lose weight? And so, one day I'm sitting there, resting my injured leg, scrolling through my social media, and then an advert catches my eye. Are you over 40? Oh, yes. Do you struggle to lose weight no matter what you do? Oh, yes. If yes, then read on. I read on, I sit and I listen to this woman's story. This is so me, I think to myself. She cries, I cry, we're both crying. I buy her recipe books and her handbook. I've stumbled across the amazing Cinderella solutions. 6 months later, 10 kilos lighter and a slightly healthier leg. I am in a much better place. I believe this lifestyle change is long lasting because of these important points. First, I educated myself on the foods that were affecting me. I no longer believed the script that I had to try harder. I had to diet harder. And that led me to respect my food. I no longer went to those quick fixes, those fad diets. But the most important thing, so first, education on food. Second, respect my food. But the most important thing, the key thing, a study was done a few years ago on people's cultural attitudes to food. Participants from 7 different countries were asked, what is most different? Carbohydrates, bread, or butter? Participants from the countries that had the most negative attitude to food said, well, it's the butter because butter is fat and fat makes you fat, right? But the participants from the Countries that had the most positive attitude to food said, well, it's the carbohydrate, because bread and butter go together. And so here it is. They focused on the joy and pleasure of eating. I focus now on the joy and pleasure of eating, and I look at my food and I say, food, glorious food. My weight loss is just a byproduct. And in closing, someone once said, one cannot think well, sleep well, love well, unless one has not dined well, has dined well. Thank you.